Into the middle, Simas is there as well. Carried away as far as Baliba. And the strike coming in from Coppola. Might fall for Brighton nicely here, it does! How about that for a start? 8 minutes in, and Diego Gomez pounces for the Premier League side. Brighton have a nerve settler nice and early at Oakwell.
Well, the problem really that Barnsley have got is that at times you see with the centre-halves and the full-back, they are very narrow, and just saying, we're going to allow the Brighton players to go down into those channels. And as it materialises, yes, they were slightly fortunate to get that little bit of a rebound, but there you see there with Tom Watson was able to just get hold of the ball, totally unmarked, and then all he's got to do is put it into a decent area. Diego Gomez, he started out on the right-hand side, makes a good run into the heart of the 6-yard box. And it's a good start, you have to say, for Brighton.
Well, he found the net in the last round. Scoring after an hour for Brighton at Oxford to make it 3-0 on the night. He's bagged one nice and early to maybe set Brighton on their way to round 4. Watson now. Danny Welbeck trying to break free. Gomez hits it! How about that? What a glorious strike of a football. No wonder those who've travelled enjoyed watching that. Diego Gomez absolutely launches the ball into the Barnsley net for number 2 for Brighton.
Well, you have to say that Tom Watson does really well. Yes, it's a good chest control from Simas to start off with. Danny Welbeck, yes, he does miss it. But what a strike that is from Diego Gomez. No real thought about, shall I take a touch and play it down the right-hand side. It just goes and hits it first time. And that is a wonder strike. You have to say with Murphy Cooper, no chance whatsoever. And at 21 minutes into the opening half, I'm going to have to say that's possibly, I'm not going to say game over, but it's going to be really hard for Barnsley to get back into this game now. You want to go and actually go and win the header. You've got a great opportunity, as De Givenet had, and really should have hit the target.
Oh, another one! Another beauty! What a night he is having! Diego Gomez, outstanding. A hat-trick inside 33 minutes with some absolute stormers in there.
Well, if you thought the second goal was pretty decent, this is even better. Again, they're able to recycle the ball. And look at that, the way that he comes across the ball. You can see the ball shaping from left to right. Wow, what a strike that is. Whoa. And again, the goalkeeper, no chance whatsoever. But there's no thought, really, for Diego Gomez about bringing the ball down. He's just hitting it first time. And what an evening he's having. And what an evening Brighton are having.
Well, some astonishing goals to give him.
Set pieces is certainly an area where Barnsley, if they get the delivery right, they've got the big men, as we mentioned before, De Givenet, Jack Shepherd, John Russell, Jake Rooney. And I just feel there with Brighton, they're not really marking properly. I know we're zonal marking, and if you pick out the right run and you want to go and actually go and win the header, you've got a great opportunity, as De Givenet had, and really should have hit the target.
Oh, another one! Another beauty! What a night he is having! Diego Gomez, outstanding! A hat-trick inside 33 minutes with some absolute stormers in there.
Well, if you thought the second goal was pretty decent, this is even better. Again, they're able to recycle the ball. And look at that, the way that he comes across the ball. You can see the ball shaping from left to right. Wow, what a strike that is. Whoa. And again, the goalkeeper, no chance whatsoever. But there's no thought, really, for Diego Gomez about bringing the ball down.
Nathan loses out. Gomez charging on. Wouldn't quite roll for Simas. Jake Rooney saw to that. Veltman steals it off Ferrugia. Here's Watson. Murphy Cooper was fully committed. And that's a wonderful piece of defending. A remarkable piece of acrobatics from Jack Shepherd. Just when Brighton seemed destined for number 4.
Well, again, a little bit of confusion at the back, but there we see Simas has a quick look up, and if it's not for Jack Shepherd, that ball nestles into the, I think it might just come off the post and into the back of the net. That's unbelievable.
Here for Barnsley. Welbeck from Watson, and back again, and on goes Watson. Just on that left foot, flying high.
Well, again, it's another decent opportunity. Good link-up play between Watson and Danny Welbeck. And then really just should be hitting the ball across the goal, but you see that De Givernet has gone.
Clinical finishing. If the 2 balls that had hit the woodwork for Barnsley in the second half had ended up nestling in the net, it would be different. But here goes Gomez again! It's the Diego Gomez show. Brighton have 4, Gomez has 4, and into round 4 they go.
Well, he must have been listening to me, because I said he hasn't scored for about half an hour. And there you see that Barnsley at one end, they go and hit the post, and then within, what, just about a minute, they will go and get the 4th goal. But he actually picks up the ball on the halfway line. Oh, sorry, it's a great ball round the corner from Danny Welbeck into the path of Gomez. Good first touch, and then when you have a little look, he just slide foots that ball in, doesn't he? It's actually Ayari who plays that first ball in. But that's a sign of a very, very confident player. And as I said before, when you have opportunities, Premier League sides against lower league sides, they find to be a little bit more clinical, a little bit more ruthless, and that certainly applies to Diego Gomez this evening.
Some players don't score 4 goals in a season. He scored 4 goals in an evening. He turned 40 in January. Watson. Just away from Welbeck. Oh, it's a lovely hit. It's another smashing Brighton goal. Harry Howell stroking it home. A special moment for the youngster. And what has been a wonderful night for Brighton.
Again, this is a great ball, isn't it? Once again, you see with Tom Watson prepared to take on the defenders, then plays that ball across the 18-yard box. Was he playing it into the path of Danny Welbeck? But Welbeck will turn around and say, well, he had an early shout from Harry Howell. And you have to say the youngster picks out his spot, wraps his foot around the ball. And you'd have to say that Brighton have deserved this right from the start after 10 minutes of the game. But it's another great strike.
A first senior goal for the 17-year-old Harry Howell. A moment that will live long in his memory.
You know, you might ask him a question.
Coppola moves it on. They want a 6th before the end, clearly here. Ayari. Oh! It has been a night of dazzling Brighton goals. And Yasin Ayari adds a 6th at Oakwell. They scored 6 in round 2. They've scored 6 in round 3. No wonder they are smiling, and they'll do so all the way home.
Yeah, and deservedly so. And when Ayari picks this up, there's only one thing on his mind. He'll see the nice little ball into his path, and he's got a lot of red shirts in and around him. And this time I think that Murphy Cooper has got to do a lot better than that, especially towards the near post area. But the pace on the ball, it's the direction on the ball. But his desire to think, right, I'm going to go and beat you.